and F the Hawks. A-Tone says Hawks got the raw end of the deal. A lot of I actually forgot. I'm gonna be honest right here. I'm gonna have a little confessional moment. I forgot Dwight Howard was on the Hawks, and that's sad.
Oh,
that is sad. That is sad that I forgot that, because he's not. Man, I wanna believe in Dwight Howard. I wanna say every positive thing I can think of. But he's already sounding like he wants to get out of Atlanta. And all my Atlanta people on the chat line, let me know. Tell me if I'm wrong, but is he really helping the Hawks, or is he just another body?
Listen, man, they call me Mike Truth for a reason, so I'm going to give you the truth on Dwight. This is the word around the entire league. The guy is soft. Okay, I say it. I'm not scared. Dwight, hit me up on Twitter, man. He is. He's a 7 foot toilet tissue. That's what he is, man. Every single city he goes to, if it happens the same time, it has to be you, Dwight. I mean, it happened in Orlando. It happened in LA. It happened in Houston. Now it's happening in Atlanta. Come on, man. If it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. That's it. You know. Atlanta brought him there. He was a hometown kid, #1 player in the country in high school from Atlanta, and now he's in his city and he's still not producing. I just don't know what to call it, man. He got into an argument, a scuffle with Schroeder. Schroeder is 6'2", and you're fighting your point guard. You're 7 foot. I don't have nothing to say good about Dwight. I'm not gonna get into his personal life because I heard that's a mess too. But the guy has to bring it on the court, man. If he can somehow show people I am that type of player in these playoffs, then maybe so we'll have something good to talk about him. But I'm standing up for all the Atlanta fans, man. That this is the Dwight Howard we've come to learn about.
Yeah. Big shout out to David Wilkes. Big shout out to you jumping in the chat line. Appreciate you. He says Hawk roast. Then he said Dwight slowly fading under the radar. Yeah, you said it. You said it 100%. And Kobe called it. Kobe called him out plenty of times. It said you're soft, and Kobe already tells it like it is. So if it came out of Kobe's mouth, I'm gonna have to agree with it. And you already talked about it. So let's transition on to the Western Conference. We got the Warriors and the Blazers. And come on, Dame. Come on, Dame Lillard. I'm a Dame Lillard fan, but he's talking about the Blazers in 6. Come on,
sir. That's what he said.
Come on, Dame. Come on, man. Look in the mirror. Look at reality, man. You have no one, absolutely no one to guard KD. No one to guard Clay. You can maybe yourself guard Steph, but you got to deal with you got to deal with everybody else. And quite honestly, to me, this is going to be a sweep. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I love Dame Lillard. I love CJ McCollum, but they just don't have it. They're not there. They're not there yet. If they would have had the LaMarcus Aldridge, who knows? But they don't. So it's a sweep.
Man, I got to stand up for my boy Dame Lillard, man. Oakland, stand up. My guy, he's from Oakland. So, he has to bring that to the table, that confidence. Now, we all know it's not true, but my boy Dame, just because it's my boy Lillard, I would say, he might pull out one game, but Golden State, they're looking like the Golden State of old, man. Like I've been on countless shows telling everyone about Golden State that, yes, the KD injury happened. Yes, it did. But during that time, Steph scoring went up 5 points. That's huge in the NBA. He's back to himself. He's not playing a second fiddle. I think with KD returning, I think both will play a 1A, 1B type of role. The defensive end, that's what people don't look at with Golden State. Yeah, they're a high-powered offensive team, but their defense is top in the league. They lead the league in steals. No one knows that. They're like top 3 in blocks. Yeah, everyone talks bad about JaVale McGee.
Right.
But when the guy's on the court, he produces. He's a 7-footer that's mobile. So you have to think about going to the rim when he's in there. I still think, I won't give my pick for the finals yet, but I still think, man, it's going to be a battle against Cleveland. And like you said yourself, it's the Wild Wild West, man. It's so many top teams. They could play the Clippers or Utah in the second round. then at the end, a lot of people are looking at Houston as a team that can beat them. So it's every single series is going to be tough. It's not going to be sweet. No, it's not. They're going to battle many great teams, and I just hope, especially with KD coming off that injury, I just hope they can stand up to it.
Yeah, and Jay Fish in the chat room, he says they won 9 straight games before KD came back, and he's right. I would say, though, when KD first went out, they almost looked disoriented. They almost looked like, who's going to take the shot? What do we do? Yeah. And I think I think they made that transition. KD played, I believe, the last 2 games, so I think they're going to be good. And this is a team to definitely watch out for. They can hate on JaVale McGee all they want, but at the end of the day, he is still a piece at center, and he's still a player down low. Also, not to mention Zaza Pachulia. He's more of an offensive guy, but there's so many guys on his team that can start on other teams, and they're coming off the bench. So that's going to be, I think, a sweep. I'm going to go ahead and call that one. Spurs versus the Grizzlies. Let's see. You got Popovich. You've got everybody on the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard. Tony Parker. All these guys are still there. They're still being coached by one of the best, if not the best, coaches probably of this decade. So there's no match in this for me. Mike Conley, Zach Randolph's now coming off the bench. I love Gasol, the other Gasol, actually the better Gasol, Marc Gasol. I like him, but they don't have it. They don't have it. I would be completely shocked if somehow the Grizzlies won. So I'm gonna quickly say I think the Grizzlies will get 1. So I'm gonna say in 5 Spurs.
Man, well, I'm from Memphis, so I have many ties to that team. Zach is my boy. Talk to him on a regular. He just thinks people are downing them because they're the same team, but they're really not. They have a new coach. They try to run a more up-tempo style now. Mike Conley, of course, everyone knows him for the crazy deal, highest paid player in the league kind of deal. But the guy produces, man. He plays. Last season, he broke his face, literally broke his face, and still played in like 2 weeks. The guy is hard, man, to guard. I think Tony Parker is going to struggle with him. Tony is getting up there in age. Conley loves the pick and roll. If anyone knows about San Antonio, they struggle mightily against the pick and roll. I don't know. I won't go ahead and say Memphis will beat them, but I definitely will say it could go to a Game 7. I definitely believe that. I will pick San Antonio because Kawhi is playing at an all-time high. Other than LeBron and maybe Greek Freak, he's the most impressive player offensively and defensively in the league. He's a two-way player. You don't get that many type in the NBA other than LeBron, like I said, and Giannis. But Kawhi, other than Westbrook, I would pick Kawhi and Harden, of course, as my MVP. He's just playing at an all-time high. So I'm with you. I'll pick them over Memphis, but it's not going to be easy. It might go Game 7.
Okay, we'll see. I'm gonna hold you to that. I might have to have you on the next show, man, because we making some great picks here, and it'll be interesting.
Yeah, we gotta make this a weekly thing, man. BS3 Sports need
it. Definitely, I'm down. All right. Rockets versus the Thunder. Out of every single first round series, this is it right here. Yeah, This is Saturday night ESPN type game. This is Sunday at 3:00 after church type series right here. And to me, this is going to be a huge deciding factor on who gets the MVP. I mentioned it earlier in the show. I think people don't want to say that. The writers don't want to say that. But at the end of the day, you're watching two of the best players that are coming up in this MVP race. At the end of the day, I'll have to give it to the Rockets. So I think the Rockets are going to win it. I think it's going to go to 7 though. I'm going to say 7. The Rockets in 7. I think Russ is going to put a huge fight into it. I think he's going to probably come out with triple doubles. Probably I would say 3. But at the end of the day, I think Harden is going to prevail in this game. I don't think in the MVP, but I'm going to go Rockets in 7.
Okay, so this game right here is all the showtime you need. All my parents out there, get your egg hunt in early so you can watch this game. Okay, get it in early so you can watch it, man. It's gonna be a show every single game. So this is where I'm different from everyone else. I've watched OKC up close and personal. They're not good. Okay, note to everyone out there listening: OKC is not good. Russell Westbrook is just so fantastic. He makes them look good. That's how good he is. He counts for 70% of their offense, passing or scoring. That's more than any person in the league, even LeBron. Okay, so that's how dominant he is, even on the defensive end. The team is not good at all. Their talent level is very, very low. I think Cantor is their second leading scorer. I mean, Cantor. They're not good. I'm telling you, they're not good. Houston as a team, they're incredibly better than OKC. If Westbrook wasn't on the team, I would say they would sweep them. But just because Westbrook is on the team, they might pull out too. Might. That's just because he's such a dynamic player. But yeah, I'm on the Houston bandwagon, man. I really think they can challenge Golden State. I really believe that. Mike D'Antoni was my pick for Coach of the Year. Eric Gordon was my pick for Sixth Man. And of course, Harden was my second place finish for MVP. I really love this team. Their style of play doesn't really go well with the playoffs. Of course, playoff-wise, they like to slow down the games in the playoffs. Fans, referees love to slow the pace down. You have to play in the half court. That's not Houston's strength. They're a running gun team. They shoot threes. They go for steals. That's how they play. Now, if the tempo gets low, maybe OKC has a shot, but I just don't see it. I think Houston might sweep them, or they might go to 6. Other than that, Houston goes on to the second round.
Okay. Jay Fish coming out and saying if there's a Game 7, OKC will win.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to disagree on that because I think like you said, Russ can't do every single thing. So if they double team, triple team, if they beast up on him, who else is going to take the shot? Well, you're going to say Oladipo? Oladipo, who's supposed to be a star, who's supposed to be the key piece that they needed. Taj Gibson, he's decent. I mean, it's Russ and like 15 other decent players. That's what it is at the end of the day. On the Rockets, you've got Harden, like we've been talking about. You've got Ariza. You've also got to me the X factor in this right here is going to be that I can't remember his name right now. The little young point guard that's always agitating every single guy he guards. What is that?
Patrick Beverly.
And Beverly, I guarantee you, Beverly's going to be D'd up on Russ. And we know how Russ is. You know he can fly off the handle. You know he's going to abuse him.
If you remember, Russ, that's the person who hurt Westbrook in the playoffs 2 years ago when he hurt his knee. That was Beverly. So remember, Beverly is going to guard Westbrook this entire series, man. It's going to be trouble. And Jay Fish, hit me up on Twitter. King of B-Ball News. We will definitely put up a wager if you want to, my friend. They're not going to go Game 7. I will tell you, they're not.
All right. And he'll probably reach out to you. Now, he said Oladipo hit a game winner with Westbrook rested. I agree. I hear that. But is he playoff ready? Oh, go ahead.
Check his 3-point percentage. It's under 20%. That's all I'm going to say.
Funny comment here about Jay Fish. He said Patrick Beverly looked like Antonio Hamilton. You got it right though. If he could sing, and if he had one of those Kango hats that Antonio Hamilton be wearing, who knows? Who knows what happens?
Man. Be careful, Beverly from Chicago, man. Be careful.
All right, man. So the last in the West, the Jazz versus the Clippers. Man, this is a difficult one to pick because Jazz is a young team. Gordon Hayward is playing well. Gobert, they've got a lot of key pieces there. The Clippers, though, I think the reason why they're fifth is because of the injuries. Now everyone